Dad's dance moves leave a lot to be desired, but check me out. Every pose is a brilliant picture.
Nice.
That's given me an idea. I'm going to use these pipe cleaners and bend them into a figure and put it in a dynamic pose. If I make the model nice and elongated like this, it'll look like it's been made by artist Alberto Giacometti.
Buongiorno, Ricky.
Hey, Alberto. I figured you'd be a figure.
See, I loved sculpting and painting figures. I used to keep carving my figures from soft modeling clay and reworking them until they became very elongated and thin. Here's some of my work. My sculptures were often walking. Talking of which, there's somewhere I have to walk to now. Arrivederci.
Bye then. I'm going to start by just folding over my pipe cleaner to make a head shape. Twist it all the way down to give it a bit of inner strength, like a spine.
You can buy pipe cleaners online or from a craft shop.
Now I'm going to do some arms. Just going to bend that bit round like that, and that will represent a hand. Now down to the elbow, put it up, and up to the shoulder. Wrap that around the neck. And the other hand, right there up to the shoulder. Then go around the neck again, just hold it in place. Just working it back into the middle bit to make it stronger. Now I'm going to start on the legs. So I'm going to give it a little foot twist there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I've got a couple of pieces of cardboard here, so I'm just going to stick his feet down. Use a little bit of sticky tape for this. Now, just to weight down the base and to hold his feet perfectly in place, I'm using a bit of modelling clay, about that much for each foot. I want it to go into a point. Make a little groove at the back, and that groove's going to help me grip around the pipe cleaner at the back of his leg. There we go. And these big feet are very typical of Giacometti's style. Whoa! Now, today's all about music for me, so I'm going to make this guy a guitar. There we are, cut that out. Now I'm going to wrap them both in masking tape. This will make them stronger, easier to paint, and it'll also make them look more worked, which is just like Giacometti's style. I'm also doing the base and going over the clay feet too. I'm going to get a nice big long bit of masking tape, roll it into a ball to give a nice round shape to the head. Just go around that too. Now I'm going to cover his guitar and stick it to his hands. Taking a bit of masking tape and I'm folding it back on itself so it's sticky on both sides. I'm going to use that to stick the hands to the guitar. Need to make it look like he's playing it, so now I can position his arms in just the right way too. Like that. I think that's ready to start painting. I've got some gold paint here that I've mixed with some black to get that nice dirty bronze, so it'll look more like one of Giacometti's works. I've left the head till last, so I can hold on to him while I paint him and move him around until the very last moment. There you go, my Alberto Giacometti guitarist. It really rocks. You don't have to do a guitarist. Here's some other examples. How about a silver ballerina? Or a rad golden skateboarder? A ninja? Or a dog? Here's a quick art tip of how to add a shadow to your drawing. So I've got a drawing here with a little wolf man wandering the streets, and the first thing you need to do is decide where the light's coming from. So I think mine will come from the lower right here, so I can project the shadow onto the wall behind him. So I can start doing a rough outline of the character again, just back here. And I'm going to exaggerate his features a bit, making them longer and thinner. It's also good if the shadow overlaps a little bit with your character, going behind it. And the shadow does tend to get bigger when it's projected away from your character. Now I'm going to connect my shadow to my character. And now I can start filling it in, just with a rough scribble. And the last little finishing touch is a little bit of shading on the back of the character, away from where the light's coming from. There you go, a quick art tip.
Hey, you there! Ever wanted a bit more spring in your step? How about more wing on your shoe?
For once, this product might actually take off.
Here's how you make it. Grab some craft foam and a pencil and draw yourself a lightning bolt. Cut that out. And use that lightning bolt as a template to make another. Now grab yourself some different colored card. With glue, glue your lightning bolts to it. Now cut those out and leave a border. Sparkly. Now grab some more colored craft foam and stick the lightning bolts on top. Cut them out again with another border. Now you'll need a shoe. Use the eyelets to mark where the holes will be. Grab some modeling clay and use the pencil to poke some holes. Now lace them onto your shoes. Great! Now you could do that with your other shoe. Or try some different designs, like some nice butterfly ones, or some bat wings, or some dragon wings, or some flames.
That is some incredible feat. My great-great-great-grandfather, he had the sea legs. But a pirate's life is not for me. I'm gonna bail. Well, come on, Sarah. Hey, Tom, you old salty sea dog.
Hey, Ricky.
You all right?
Yeah, great.
You up for helping us make some epic sand art?
Definitely, let's do it.
Oh, awesome. Hey, but first, I've got a bit of a gag from one of my old ancestors.
Oh, yeah?
What happened when the sea weed?
Look, let's not rake out old jokes. Grab that and get to work.
Okay, Tom, so what are we up to here?
OK, Ricky, so we're right at the top of our drawing at the moment, and this is just a tiny part of it.
It's massive, isn't it?
It's really big. So if you want to start here, Ricky, and Sarah, if you start over there.
So we're just doing the outline now. It doesn't really look like much, though.
Well, it doesn't look like much now, but once you stand up on the promenade over there, you'll be able to see when it's all finished.
Ricky, I'd like to say it's coming together, but I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Let's just say that this picture's going to be pretty cracking. You see this? This is a pro rake. This part's for doing the main lines, and this is for the shading. And for better coverage, it's got a trick up its sleeve. And if it looks dangerous, it probably is.
Hi, Tom. What bit should we do next?
So at the moment, we're colouring in. So if we could find this mast here and shade that in with your rake, that would be brilliant.
Awesome. Ricky, I still don't know what this is supposed to be.
Well, let me just add the last little finishing touches. And you remember I said it was cracking? Well, behold our giant, beautiful kraken!
Oh, that looks amazing!
I know, right? So if you want to get a better view, why don't you look through this?
Okay. I got something on my face.
Just like my ancestors, the old ones are the best. I'll see if I can drum up the others so we can do something else. Drum up? That's given me an idea for...
The Art Ninja Drum Kit Desk Tidy!
Here's some food containers I've been saving. And I'm going to paint this one purple. Got some paint here, and I'm going to mix it with PVA. Right, just mix that in. That's half glue, half paint. This just means the paint's going to stick better to the containers and gives it a nice glossy finish. There we go. Now that's dry, I'm going to give it a bit of detail. I've got some lovely silver paint. I'm going to get a minuscule amount of paint on my brush, get most of it off, and then just loosely get some paint around it. This technique is called dry brushing, and it means you get a finish where you can see both types of paint. And as I'm using silver paint here, it gives the drums a nice sheen. Here we go. I think that's looking pretty awesome. Now I should paint the rest, but let's face it, I'm the art ninja. Sweet. Now I need to give the lids a similar treatment. Ninja skills. So what I've done is I've painted the rims silver and the inside white so they look like drum skins. And this extra lid here, I've painted with gold paint, and that's going to be my symbol. All right, they're starting to look like drums now, but I need some stands, so I'm going to start with my symbol.
So I've pre-cut 3 strips of silver card, which I'm going to tape together and bend to make into a stand.
Now I can stick that to the underside of my symbol.
And I'm going to fold these pieces out and back to meet in the middle to make the bottom of the stand.
I've used the same technique for the tom-tom, but this one's a little shorter. There we go. I need a stand for the bass drum now.
So I've got another strip of card.
And I've made a little valley for it to sit in. So stick those bits together there. Okay. Yeah, perfect. And now for the other tom-tom, I'm using some silver painted lolly sticks, and I'm going to stick them around with a bit of double-sided sticky tape. Sweet. And finally, my snare. I'm going to put that on top of my bass drum with a bit of double-sided sticky. It's looking like a pretty good drum kit, but I think it could do with jazzing up a bit. So I've cut out some stars from some tin foil, and I'm going to stick them on with a bit of glue stick. Now on the bass drum, I'm going to put an Art Ninja sticker, but you can put maybe a picture of your favourite band or your own design. Now I need to put my drum kit on a stage. So I've cut out a cool jazzy piece of card. I've given it a bit of glitter. Assemble it here, ready for a gig. And it is a desk tidy, so I'm going to tidy up some of my things. Check it out. Drum roll, please. Very tidy. You didn't have to make a drum kit. You can try your hand at toxic waste.
That's not such a waste of space. Or how about a beautiful pirate treasure chest? Arr, the Archies.